Good afternoon. It is Monday, January 16th, 2023. And you're looking at my VLC, not VCL, VLC. I'm going to show you how I got to the point of where I'm at on this project. I'm going to show you the results right now, and then I'm going to go back and show you how we got there. So I'll hit play, and you'll see what's going to take place. When I cross my arms across my chest, I don't mean any disrespect to anybody. I'm just comfortable like that. So if I do that, please don't be offended. Right now I've got clocks running, OBS is running, VLC is running, DaVinci Resolve is running. At least 3 YouTube tabs are open because I was trying to figure some things out and I just got tired of figuring out, so I went and looked at a tutorial. And this, I like this little little effect right here. And I just went and grabbed video just to test it out. I have a few ideas running through my head on what I want to do. Now my main screen, which is my Sanyo, is actually blinking, but I don't see it on OBS, so hopefully it's not coming through. That TV is 6 years old. It was manufactured in 2016. And I know actually right here, this is going to blink out. What I mean there, that blinked out at the minute 18-second mark. So that's cool. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this video. I'm going to shut down VLC. And then I'm going to shut down my source. I don't need that. And this takes us into where we are at on the render page. We're going to go back to the edit page. And there is audio to this, but I just muted it. I don't really need to hear it. I know what was said. I'm going to show you how I got to where I got. So we're going to move this track out of the way. Oh, can't handle that. Now this is why I put, and this I figured out on my own. This was the original thing right here. But I didn't like the black background. Okay, so I'm monitoring some text messages that are going on, and Jeff Ryman and I have a joke about OBS and new BS, and Darren just questioned, what is new BS? I can't wait to see this answer. So anyway, you see that this is working. My Ken Stout Live logo, or name that I just put in there as basically have text in there, is actually reducing, and it's staying in one spot and not really following the video. So that's pretty cool. I'm okay with that. And then at the minute 20 mark-ish, at least that's what it showed. I don't think it's going to be a minute 20. I'm actually watching the clock to see. It's going to be close. It's at a minute 8 right now. Minute 10, minute 11, minute 12, minute 13, minute 14, minute 15. Yeah, about a minute 17, so that's good. So I'm going to stop this. Now, I like the effect. I actually love the effect. It's just a title that moves, scrolls, and whatnot. But I didn't like the fact that, well, shoot, I don't like the black. I just didn't like the black. So what I did was I copied this over to here, and then we move it under it, and lo and behold, it puts the, I'm going to pause this just a second. I'm going to sneeze. All right, I got the sneeze out of the way. So now I am going to reduce this down. Well, yeah, I could. Bring it back down to there. Bring it back down to there. Now I got to pause this to answer a text message, which I know is going to be not good. And I'm back. So now I've reduced this down to about a minute 17 according to the clock, which I figured out how to reset, by the way, to 0 instead of starting at 1. And now when I play this, then now we have the name over the pavement instead of the black background. And I like that. was answering a text and I didn't want to pause this. So this is good. This is getting somewhere. And this is all going to stop up here in just a second. That truck's going to move out of the way. And we still got 15, 16 seconds where that's going to get into the middle of the screen. And all this is doing is acting like a mask. That's all it's doing. And I think it's cool. I think it's pretty neat. I would believe the applications are unlimited. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll stop this here, even though it's going to get in front of that truck. I'll let it get in front of the truck. And it'll all stop. Pretty abruptly, as a matter of fact. Just like that. So now, let's make some changes. Or let's see what happens if we try to make some changes. So the first thing I was playing around with earlier was, what happens if we change the color? Well, the results will surprise you because the results surprise me. If I go into my text color and I change it to, let's just say, green. Well, now it's not doing it. A while ago when I used blue, it actually churned the whole scene blue. I'm going to go with, this seems to be my color of the day or the year or whatever. I'm going to go with that. I'll take it back to the beginning. Yeah, okay. Now I'm happy because a while ago when this was gone and it was just this clip, it was showing the green as part of the, so I'm going to play it just to see. Or I could scroll through it, I guess, same difference. So if I grab this and scroll through it, yeah, I'm happy with that. That's the way it should work. That is the way it should work. I like that. So let me see if I take this out and then scrub through it. Oh, there we go. See how now it's green? So I taught myself and I learned something by bringing this underneath and then playing it. It actually shows the green, which makes sense because the green text is on top and the bottom clip is the actual original video with no alterations, not altercations. It's not fighting with each other. So that's pretty good. I like this. I like it. I forgot to start a timer, so I have no idea how long I've been yammering on. I want to keep it 15-20 minutes. Seems to be the thing. Keeping in text with the Daily Da Vinci's. I could do this on Daily Da Vinci, but I want to do a premiere. Mrs. K is off today, so chances are we're going to be out running around even though it's a holiday. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. It looks good. I like it. Now I might try one more thing right here. I might go into the dynamic. I'm going to put it back on my text. I'm going to go back to the dynamic zoom. And I might try one more thing. Now supposedly green is where you start and red is where you end up. Except for me, and it's just backwards. So I'm going to bring this down. Oh look, you can change it. You can see the changes as you make them. So I'm going to bring this down to about right there. Go back to the beginning. Ew, I don't like that. That's not good. We'll hit play. Okay, good. It went back to being big. It's too big, admittedly so. That's what she said. And thought I'd throw some humor in there. And it's that way for a reason because I wanted to make sure I'm getting the effect I wanted to get. And I am. I like it. It's zooming out, apparently, instead of zooming in. I always thought out would be coming toward you, in would be going in, but I'm wrong. It's zooming. Let's just call it's zooming. How's that sound? And if that gets back to what I set it at, that'll be pretty cool. There are a couple of little things I want to try. Obviously, I want to animate the text itself, if possible. And I actually have another idea in mind that I'm going to actually try during this premiere. And I'm not going to render it with the audio because then that audio will drown out my audio, which is fine. It's still me, but it's talking about driving down this road. Now, that did not seem to get much. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I see why. I forgot to turn this off. So I'm going to go back just a little bit right here. Turn this off. Now it should show the changes. Although I don't think it did. I don't think it does. I still want to put something on the back of the trucks. I think that'd be cool. I mean, this is a clip that you really probably can't have too much movement on. Okay, so yeah, that I want that to be way smaller. So let's figure out how to make that way smaller. Do we want to adjust the size of the text from 2008 down to, let's say, that? Or is 2008 a good size? And I'm just going to go over here and put back in 2008. It's actually not. It's just 2008. It's just easier to remember 2008. Gosh, I don't know. I really don't know. It's pretty cool. I like it. You can track it. I don't want to do that. Put the tracking back the way it was. Actually, I think I had it tracked out anyway. And then you're supposed to be able to click in here. I can never do it. I can never get my arrows to work. I always use the slider. So I'm going to bring it down to about there. And then if I change the layout, what happens if I bring this down to right there? All right, let's go back a little bit. Oh, I don't like that. I do not like that. Okay, so I want this to be and it makes okay, in my mind it makes sense as to why it's doing it. I put it at that, didn't keyframe it. I put it there, that's where it's going to stay. So I'm going to let this play out. The only other thing I want to figure out is how to make it faster, and I don't know how to make it faster. I'm going to pause this. This is an important text. Be right back. All right, should be back to recording. Yeah, I know what I did wrong. So I want this to actually, when it's said and done, I liked it being right about, I don't want it to be in the trees. It's a confliction with the colors of the trees. So I'm thinking right about here is good. And the center looks real good. I don't know that I really need to move it one way or the other, although I can center it right there. What happens if I change the size here? Oh, you know what? Let's change the size there. Let's move it up to there. And that's about good, right? Right about there is good. So, that's how that got to be in the making. I've already rendered this once. I'm going to go ahead and re-render it again. And this is going to be moving title text test 1 part A. And I want it to go to the same place as the other one, because I might remember where that's at. And this will take a couple, 20 seconds. Wow. You know what? I really thought it would take about a minute, minute and a half to render out. Sometimes it's weird. Sometimes the smallest things take forever, and sometimes the other stuff renders out pretty quick. It's done rendering, so I'll minimize this. And I'm going to go to my D drive, because I haven't established a link directly into this yet. And this is actually in a folder I called testing tech or testing ideas. So any crazy ideas I come up with, this is where they're going to go. So far, so good. I might mess around with the video and see if I can get the video to have the trucks more prominent. Because the original video, the trucks are real prominent. That's just going to stay right there. It's got a little bit more movement going on. I've got to figure out how to make it either slow down or speed up. And I'm not sure how to do that. But this is good. I like this. Now, if I could just get something on the back of the moving trucks, that would be so cool. It's actually the next thing I'm going to work on, probably a little bit yet tonight. It's only 6. I have until 9:30 to go pick Mrs. K up. Well, actually, when I say tonight, I'm recording this on Friday the 13th. That's probably why it's got problems. It's Friday the 13th. Of course it is. All right, there we go. That's part 1. Cool. That looks really good. So I want to thank everybody for joining me. I'm going to stop the recording, and I'll see everybody later. Thank you for watching. I hope you like this. I hope someone found it useful. I hope it put an idea in someone's head that says, I could do something like that and improve on it. No problems whatsoever. If you can take something and run with it, make it better, by all means do so. Have a great night. Great afternoon. See everybody later. Thank you.